I think they're expecting dive from the Shanghai Dragons, something like Winston D.Va again. But I don't think the Dragons will give it to them once they scout this. Well, as I say it, it looks like they are. So this actually works out well for London Spitfire on the defense. They have the proper comp. Against the Winston here, this Hanzo is incredibly strong.
Yeah, I mean, fairly unsurprising as far as the damage dealers on the side of Shanghai are concerned. There's extreme comfort for Ding and Youngjin as the rockets come through. London Spitfire just playing on the high ground, will peel back, drop down, and then look to contest the card as it moves into the underpass.
Yep. This is Gibraltar textbook Hanzo versus Winston. When the Winston dives in, you storm arrow him, and you know he's got to get out of there.
But now you got one less storm arrow wall.
True.
It's not quite as impressive, but
Youngjin gets caught.
Birdring asserting his dominance.
Fury with a nice halt there to pull him out to make sure Birdring can get that rocket punch kill. Fury suddenly like a top Ariso player. It's looking really good. Oh, look at that deny!
Really great
going
catch.
home.
Oh boy, fantastic.
Envy has
turn there from Birdring.
He's been so inconsistent this series. I mean, he really has. He's had some great moments. He's had some great protections of the back line. He had that absorb on Prophet's Blizzard earlier, but you know, sometimes he's putting himself out there a little bit too far. Birdring is there to catch him and get the punish play.
Sleep darts, boulders all going out, trying to knock this pharmacy out of the sky.
I mean, I really like the comp here for Spitfire because they can force the point into their favor if the Pharah comes in.
See the storm arrows used. Youngjin finds the hit there. Birdring take it down. Dragon Strike, however, going to be tossed out the side. Find too much damage, cuts off the team there for the moment. Bedosian gets rid of Ding. Prophet with the storm arrows takes down Youngjin. Suddenly, this looks a bit more winnable for the side of the London Spitfire, but as I say that, Gesture going to be taken out. Primal Rage popped, and Youngjin res back into the fight. Fury kites his way back. Barrier is ready to go. Still has to play a bit safer as Birdring gets eliminated as well. Prophet now going to be swapping it up, moves over onto the Reaper to be matching with Ding.
This is one of those moments where you could see Gamsu's leadership in action. He made the call, he committed the Primal, and they win the fight.
Prophet comes back in.
Nanoed.
But they don't contest the card. It still rolls through into point A. Spitfire giving that one up. So now significant time bank there for the Shanghai Dragons. Can they stop it as the card advances into the hangar and that gate closes?
This is a meta where we see a ton of swaps as well to counter what your opponent's running. If Ding sees Prophet on the nano boosted Reaper there again, it's like, oh, you're keeping this. So I'm going to swap back over the Pharah in this open space. They could take high ground away. They could put Youngjin in a place where he can control these entrances here, these choke points on top of this shuttle. You can see he's just waiting to drop down and threaten that back line.
Rockets going through his Prophet, plays forward on the ground. Ding still just playing up on top of the dropship here. As it is just an all-out brawl at the moment in the stairwell. Meteor Strike going to be used by Birdring, unable to find any kills. And the Gravitic Flux doesn't really come up with much either. Ding manages to scoop a kill onto the enemy Doomfist, but cleanup is there. Several members on the side of the Shanghai Dragons can be eliminated.
This is a pivotal moment for the Spitfire because they're able to take control of high ground here, prevent, you know, Youngjin from just sitting up there and threatening to drop down. See where now the Shanghai Dragons have to kind of operate a little bit further back on the wall.
Yeah, but Gesture was caught out in the side room. Does get eliminated.
Yeah, that's actually pretty big because it's going to take them a long time to get back. And now they're going to initiate here. They could try to take this corner, and Spitfire just have to give it to him. Birdring with the swap to the Sombra. Shanghai back in control suddenly with one overstep from Gesture.
Yeah, they're looking to control Gamsu, it would seem. Try to get the Hack there onto the Wrecking Ball so he can more easily be taken down. Hack, however, on the Doomfist works just as well. Prophet was pushing up, trying to get the kill, but can't quite find it. Youngjin a bit too elusive, does manage to make his way out successfully. Bomb into the back, they have to hide. Self-destruct not going to be able to find anything. Meteor Strike going to be used. Youngjin looking for a chance to drop down. So far, no kills going to be appearing here as Coleman does get eliminated by Fury, who will be taking a nap for now. They try to knock him out of that neck, but seems like they just don't have the damage to be able to do so. As Gamsu will be finished off as well. Teleport up onto the high ground. Ding, 17 HP. Prophet manages to find it. Push around the corner. Headshots there.
Prophet's like, who flies far? Our Reaper predicts where he will try to escape and is already there. He teleports. He's one step ahead of where Ding was trying to go. Ding has Barrage. Well, there's not really much of a pairing with any other ultimate to set that up. Could be shut down by Experimental Barrier, can be absorbed by Gesture, and EMP is almost ready here. This is a fight that Shanghai needs to be really careful about committing that Barrage to, because I think if they do right now, it's going to be very easily shut down. They need to wait for a nano, something else. It's going to cost them time, but I think that ultimate needs to be saved here. See if Ding can prove me wrong.
Birdring nearly picked. Has that EMP. They've got the EMP Blossom combo ready to go. We'll just go ahead. Use the EMP, catches 3 members. Ding not going to get caught. Or will either of the supports on the side of the Shanghai Dragons, but Gamsu's still going to be taken down as the sound barrier comes in. Prophet was slept, but the barrier helps keep him alive. As they go ahead and top him back up. Youngjin looking for the punch on the Gesture. Whips that one. Boulder not going to connect either, as Gesture now will be taking the nap.
Can we talk about Izuyaki's sleeps in this series?
I mean, it's been really good, but unfortunately here, the last 2, there hasn't really been any capitalization. The last 3, realistically.
Yeah,
Fury, Prophet, and Gesture, no kills coming on the back of those darts.
You're certainly right about that. They saved the barrage, though. Prophet gets to keep his Death Blossom, but it won't be too useful, really, when the Pharah comes through. They have the Nano Boost now. This is the fight the Dragons need to take. This is the fight where they're going to have to make this barrage valuable. They're going to have to get him into a position, Nano Boost him, and maybe blow up the back line. They can't get him slept by Badoshin, or it's all going to fall apart. They really have one shot at this.
Okay, well, Gravitic Flex there used on the entryway. Doesn't catch anybody, but Death Blossom in the back. It's just a fine coma. That's a very essential member. Barrage comes through. Ding manages to take out 2. The Bionade in his dying breath will be able to answer one back.
It's not good enough.
Seconds remaining. London Spitfire still trying to hold them back. Swap her onto the Wrecking Ball for Gesture. Ding now onto the Reaper. Cart gonna be touched. OT is here. Fury trying to survive. D-Matrix gonna be used. Dumps out that self-destruct. Is trying to live. Makes his way back into the mech safely. Will be able to rejoin. Cart continuing to inch forward as the Meteor Strike is used. Prophet getting jumped on, falls dangerously low, and the punch follow-up is going to be good. Youngjin looking to turn things around. Nearly takes out Birdring. He's going to be eliminated. The EMP goes through. Envy going to be knocked into the back. Gesture manages to find one as Izuyaki will be eliminated. Envy and Fury both knocked out. Badoshin taken down. Quartermain now going to be eliminated. Youngjin looking to make it happen, and it seems like he might just be able to do it, and they can. The cart will glide forward on the back of the heroics from Youngjin and the rest of the Shanghai Dragons. They will not go down before point B. They get that cap a minute and a half back in the time, making already kills coming through for the Shanghai Dragons.
This is great for Shanghai Dragons. Birdring used the EMP there. He was so close to it. If he had gotten it just a few seconds before, would have been amazing for them. Still gets it off, but the Spitfire just cannot, with the composition they're running, the delay comp they're running, stick back to the point. They wanted to commit everything to getting that B hold so they could get the, pretty easy push to victory to put them on the match point. A lot of swaps coming through here for the Spitfire. Birdring back onto the McCree here.
Self-destruct in behind, looking to find a pick, and they do. Gesture taken out, and now Youngjin absolutely smacks Fury into the wall. Birdring will be able to find the kill as the cart continues to advance. Spitfire just unable to play forward. They don't have those tanks reset and in position.
This is a snowball that's really bad for London. They cannot allow this to happen, but London just getting caught here. Yeah, there's the hack.
Hurting them quite a bit. Gesture now hacked, slapped everything they got in the kitchen sink, thrown at this Sigma, and he will be taken down. Uppercut into the air. Fury having swapped over onto the Zarya just does not stand a chance. Youngjin takes them out. Cart finally going to be halted here for the side of the Spitfire as there's 12 seconds remaining. 3 members gone. Spitfire, though, down to 1. Gesture can't get back in time. And with 9 seconds left on the clock, the Shanghai Dragons will be able to push through to the end of Gibraltar.
Nice finish here for the Shanghai Dragons. London committing everything to trying to hold B, losing ultimates, making late hero swaps, the Mei and McCree, which never panned out because they were caught and staggered. Shanghai never relenting, never giving up distance, having that full control over those respawns meant the cart kept rolling and they kept getting picks. When you have a composition like what the Dragons are running, you've got a Doomfist that can help lock in these kills. You're running Dive where you have the Winston and D.Va. You could chase down anyone, you could lock down anyone if they get caught out, and London can't just wait for 6, Somebody in the spawn spamming group up in your ranked games, right? You can't do that when you keep rolling forward with that card. You've got to tag.
Well, Spitfire unable to hold them off, but still looking good. Still have the lead in the series. It's all there. Have it, their skin ready to go. That Winston Spitfire skin after winning the inaugural season. They want another one. They want to put another skin on the board, much like we've seen from a lot of other teams and other esports just absolutely dominating that market. They kind of want to corner it and have the monopoly. Walk away with another one. I actually don't know what London would go for the second time.
Yeah,
or what they would get, rather.
Just give Prophet his own skin, I suppose.
Prophet needs 4 different skins, so.
Yeah, what do you choose? I guess Tracer would be the most iconic for him, but.
Well, I mean, looking into this attack right now for London Spitfire, I mean, it's not terrible. 9 seconds the time bank, fairly weak for the Dragons, but they did get completion, so you've got that extra stress.
I mean, just yesterday versus
Philadelphia, we saw extra innings
Yes.
on Gibraltar, so
Much
certainly,
to Carpe's dismay. Like.
yeah. Didn't make it very far in the OT, as it turned out.
Prophet on the Reaper here. I don't know how long he'll stick with that, but if he can get a nice flank angle, this can be quite strong against what the Dragons are running.
A lot of damage pushed forward there onto Youngjin.
They're actually just going to operate on the cart. They're not going to try to flank. They're just going to try to force this into a position where Dragons just can't go toe-to-toe to them in this choke with the Reaper here. They're just kind of bunkering up on the cart. And Dragons have to kind of poke at the edges.
Ooh. Aggressive TP there from Prophet. Sees how many members are hovering around. Says, nah, I'm just going to drop down. He's wrapping around the stairwell. As Birdering looks for a way into the back. Sees Coma. So I'm not going to try to deal with that one. Ooh, jumps straight in front of the boulder. That one was not meant for him, but takes it all the same. And we're going to be forced off the high ground, but again, Youngjin comes in, finds that punch, same spot as we saw from Shanghai's attack, and gets rid of Birdering.
So, you know, I mentioned earlier, how much value can they get out of the Reaper with Prophet on this? So they're trying to do it, you know, obviously in the choke, in the car wash as we call it, but I don't know if that's really going to pan out here now that they've lost control of the cart. Lacking a lot of range damage here, and the hacks are real. Ding is threatening the backline every time they try to commit in.
Yep, Immortality Field now going to be used. Prophet now finds his back angle. Will be slept, but the damage is done. He finds 2 kills. Youngjin takes him out, but is that going to be enough? Punched over onto the side. Birdering with the left click comes up. Manages to find the kill with a hand cannon. Just gently pushes Gamsu up to the top, but Bedosian says, no, we're not going to leave him there.
Prophet
Finishes him off.
Using the Immortality Field from Coma against the Dragons, knowing that if they're going to commit to that choke, they're going to use the Immortality Field. He has an angle. He has the ability to come from behind there as it fades away. Great play there on the Reaper.
EMP out, manages to find 4. Birdering going to be stunned up there for the moment. Now still going to be Hack. Quatermain and Fury both eliminated. Prophet manages to find 1 as his Yaki gets taken down, but the Nano Boost was already used, and Birdering does get eliminated. See. Killing blows coming through now, though. Gesture finding 1. Desperately trying to get the hack here is Ding. Finally manages to find it. Gesture and Prophet both just trying to kite their way back.
That's the kind of fight that London was looking for on their B defense, where they had EMP to delay, get those spawns coming through, and hold it right at the point itself. This is A, obviously, we're talking about here, but because Ding was running the Somber earlier, he had the EMP faster than Birdring did. And that's what the fight could have looked like for the Spitfire just previously. They've been able to make that happen. Great setup here for the Dragons now.
Yep. Already looking like it might be shy of 3 minutes if they can push into A, severely limiting their time. Meteor Strike's ready to go, was maybe looking for Fury, but instead they get the halt in and Quatermain gets taken down. Youngjin smashing him from above. Prophet goes ahead, Wraith walks out, has that Death Blossom ready to go. Youngjin going to be eliminated. A lot of pressure now alleviated, but as they say that, Izayaki comes up with a crucial kill. Birdering gets a bit of revenge there for his DPS duo, but he himself does get eliminated. Cart's still going to be contested, just 0.21 meters away. Envy, however, all on his lonesome, does not stand a chance. Fury just going to be burning them down, but it's 3:05 remaining in the time bank for the London Spitfire. They still have to make it to B, and then they have to finish the map.
Yeah. Ding getting a lot more EMP charge there too during the delay. So that's going to be, I think, one of their big win conditions going forward here. If they can set it up for the contest on B, if they can delay for 2 minutes here. He may use it earlier than that if there's a good opportunity to, because it can certainly turn ult economy on its head. Flux committed.
Yep, Flux does come out. A couple members going to be pushed up into the air. Guess you're just trying to keep everybody safe, and so far no one going to be taken down. Nano Boost was used by Bedosian in that moment. Kamsu taking a nap, Envy bionated, falling lower, and Birdring pushes forward, manages to find that kill. As Ding nearly gets taken down with that EMP ready to go. Card at the moment going to be stopped up, but sound barrier used by Quatermain. They want to push this in right now, but the EMP comes in, deletes those shields, manages to find 5 members. Bionade now out on the Fury. Means that he will go down. It's a trade though, a 2-for-2 exchange. Spitfire still trying to play forward. Coma going to be eliminated. The stun connects onto Envy. Throws out that barrier as he tries to stay alive. Gravitic Flux used seemingly in a panic by Gesture. Doesn't find anything. Shot still going out. Tries to take down Envy. They will be able to push forward as Quatermain finishes him off with a right click. Seems like the cart might still yet be able to advance here for the side of the London Spitfire as they continue to pick off member after member on the side of the Shanghai Dragons. And that will be the finish on the Gamsu. That will be point B snatched up by the Spitfire again. Same time, pretty much, for this final stretch. As Murdering will get, oh man.
Okay.
The fadeaway, the ultimate fadeaway from Envy.
Well, London Spitfire got a lot out of the Dragons there. EMP was committed, right? Ding's gonna make the swap here later. You know, Gamsu onto the Wrecking Ball, that's not what he wants. He's gonna have to have a late swap here. Whole composition's getting changed up, which is gonna give London this extra free push, and they're already ahead in ults. So it's actually a really nice way for them to, if they can win this next fight, kind of solidify that better time bank here. They don't have a counter yet to the Pharah, but if they can use the nano boost to force a fight here before making that hero swap for Birdering.
Uh-oh.
Can't get picked there, but they do survive and back up.
It's looking a little bit dangerous there. Do you hear that nano boost? Tossed out by the Spitfire, and Gamsu will get eliminated, assuming the nano is on the Prophet. There we have. They have the confirmation.
So this is scary. I mean, you don't have much to regroup with as the Shanghai Dragons here.
Yep.
They won the one fight they really needed to.
Oh, up over the top! Quartermain comes up huge! Koma taken down. Now Ding way into the back by himself. Very much at risk of being eliminated by Badoshin, but as I say that, Youngjin alleviates that pressure, gets rid of the enemy Ana. Meteor strike in from Birdering, looking for a place to drop down. Tries against Youngjin, but he just cannot do it. Gesture, however, has been eliminated. Spitfire nearly pushed the cart in, or just 3 meters away. If they can shove them off the point for long enough, the Spitfire could still push us in despite having a disadvantage as far as sheer numbers, but seems like they will just go ahead and sound the retreat.
They took the fight they needed to, but they weren't able to finish everyone off. Great play by Birdering to get, or by Youngjin to get that opening kill. Birdering failed to get the follow-up there with the second Meteor strike. And things started to fall apart from there. Now, Prophet swapping over to the counter here to this Pharah, but it may just be too little too late. He doesn't have sight lines here, and a barrage on the back line could end them and tie up the series. This is a really scary moment for London when they had such an advantage. They have the Gravitic Flux, nothing to pair with it.
Jump into the back. Ding maybe looking for that barrage setup. Nearly gets taken down, has to play it a little bit more carefully, and again, Gravitic Flux from Gesture, unable to find anything. Throws in that boulder. Barrage finds one.
Envy says
and
no!
they keep him safe. Envy with that D-Matrix denies all the damage on the Ding. He survives. Only finds the one pick with the barrage, but it might just be enough. Now down to 38 seconds. Bionade is out. Gamsu falling lower and lower. Envy going to be popped out of the mech by Birdering, who also manages to find the kill onto Youngjin. Gamsu now going to be gone. Ding gone. That will be the cleanup. Izayaki, the last one left alive. They get the team wide.
They get the push in. Both teams down very low. 1:18 to a minute.
Time bank difference here, very small. This is still anyone's map to take. Great for the Spitfire, though. It was slipping through their fingers.
That it was, but now we have extra innings coming up, so let's see who comes out on top. And here we go. 1 minute to 1:18. Spitfire will be kicking things off on this defense. Shanghai Dragons have to go as far as they possibly can with a minute time bank.
1 minute, certainly enough to push through to A if you can win those neutral fights, especially with the ult. 12% nerf globally to charge time. You're going to be able to if you can continually win fights, kind of snowball things into your favor. Did not expect to see the Bastion Orisa here start, but I don't think London did either, so that's what makes it so scary. It's not going to last very long, that experimental barrier for Gesture, the Orisa barrier already deleted.
Yeah, shielding. HP bars, none of that going to be lasting too long. Yeah,
Envy.
Prophet trying to make his way into the back. Nearly finds a shot there on Izayaki, and now pressure going to be applied by Envy. Up on the high ground, Prophet fall low, taken down, and it is just a slaughter at the hands of the Shanghai Dragons.
Envy was so inconsistent.
Oh, what a start.
For the first 3 maps, so inconsistent. But he comes in, saves, the Bastion there against the flanking Prophet. He just put the defense matrix on top of him. He saw the arrows coming, he didn't know where they're coming from at first, blocks that damage, flies up, takes Prophet out, forces the Reaper swap. Great defensive diva play there from Envy, and things are looking great here for the Dragons. They have choke points controlled.
They spot out Ding. Take him low, force out the translocator, but he's got to make a pack to drop back to.
Looking for
on
Envy.
the Reaper, trying to push his way up. Quatermain going to be taken down. Youngjin finds the first kill. Sleep dart on the Prophet. You can see that they are set up. He will make it into that Wraith Walk, so will remain safe. Shots coming through. Configuration tank nearly online. Ding going to be taken down. Youngjin, however, manages to find Gesture, punched over onto the side. Self-healing, now Prophet gone.
Uh-oh.
They might just be able to work this one through. Into point
Tank
A.
out.
Tank is out. Up into the air goes Birdering. And as he hits the ground, it's lifeless. He is gone. Quatermain eliminated. And that is point A for the Shanghai Dragons. And it was so efficient. It was one
And
ultimate.
Achilles, they have EMP, they have they have Nano Boost, they have the amplification matrix for this Bastion. It's time for London Spitfire to consider other options here. You know, the Doomfist is going to really struggle to get in here without getting blown up from all that Bastion damage. EMP, the hacks coming through. I mean, this could go to B.
You've got 2 shield generators on the side of the Spitfire. The EMP will get rid of both of those. You can see Gesture
EMP 6-man.
EMP hits all 6 of them. The Bionate takes down one. Youngjin. This doesn't even know which way to look. There's so many prime targets. Either way, it's basically a wipe.
Gesture's whole plan there was to get barrier, right? He came in, absorbed there most of the damage from Youngjin in the opening moment there, but he got EMP, great EMP and timing for Ding. We're going to see the 6-man here, but the idea for Gesture was to build Gravitic Flux to contest B. After this EMP, he builds almost nothing, and they will not have it. They will not have that ultimate here when they need it.
All right, well, back in. Right here in front of point B. Kills continue to come through. Meteor Strike down from Birdering. Doesn't manage to find anything. Ding cleans him up. Prophet finally gets rid of this pesky Bastion. The Death Blossom will clean up too. And now it's Quatermain versus Izayaki. The battle on the sentry. One more shot would finish him off. The Bionate, however, it's not enough.
Quatermain sustains, he gets some backup, but Shanghai Dragons, with just a minute in the time bank, almost pushed through to point B.
Incredible
Absolutely
plays.
Huge. London Spitfire were not prepared.
Incredible plays there from Prophet, coming around the backside, guaranteeing the kill onto Youngjin, then setting up for the Death Blossom. Stop them in their tracks. The game plan on the last push was to get the Gravitic Flux to use it, because that's what this ult was designed to do. Break bunkers, right? And the setup there on the point was so good for Gesture to set up that big Gravitic Flux, but he was denied by the previous EMP. And again, Prophet comes up big here on the defense. A very close call for London. If they lose that fight, the cart just keeps rolling. All their ultimates gone. 18 seconds, the leader in time bank, or the London Spitfire, as they go onto this attack to prevent
look how
the tied
close
series.
that is. Come on.
But I mean, when you go into this fight here, this setup, the London Spitfire, you know, how do you one-up the surprise in terms of composition? You can't. And now you're looking at this like, well, we didn't prepare that strategy. They used it first. They clearly know it well. It's going to be a bit wonky here for this attack, and you have to favor Shanghai. I mean, you really do.
Yeah, just fantastic. It's just the ultimate irony. Before the round started, before the gates opened, Bedosian was spraying on the wall. He's got the Illidan, you are not prepared. It's like, no, it was actually you. You guys weren't ready. Shanghai Dragons, they were more than ready.
Well,
Seems like they're just going to be trying to do the same thing here.
See if Fury can get the same sort of value defensively here that Envy did to keep this Bastion alive.
Just looking to break down. First barrier gone.
Wall.
Yep, denies a lot of vision. Coma nearly taken out. Immortality Field does not stand a chance. They manage to find a shot onto Ding. Sleep Dart connects, but he'll get woken up. As Youngjin hovers around the backside.
He just can't get in there right now, though. There's too much damage output.
Yep.
Ding with a swap here to the Reaper. Things are already kind of a little bit out of hand.
Well, they see another sleep Dart.
Izayaki sleeps today.
Yeah. The barrier's facing the wrong way to be able to deny those, but Birdering gonna be okay. Drops down, goes mobile, but will get finished off. Fury, however, manages to find a Youngjin. A 1-for-1 trade as Ding goes TPing into the back. Fury trying to chase him down, but he will be safe. Cart getting closer and closer to point A at the moment. Immortality taken out again. Envy cut off by himself. They're trying to finish him off. They finally will be able to do so, and Ding taken out as well. Bionate hit too. But Quatermain with that Immortality Field keeps his team safe and alive. and in the fight, but now we're down 6 seconds. Another sleep, this time on the Fury. Bionate, however, hits Youngjin. Another immortality field, keeping the Doomfist in the fight. Continues to fall low as Birdring rejoins 6 HP and taken down Ting. Long range shots with the Reaper, manages to find the kill. Ant Matrix is out, the barrier not going to stand a chance.
The Blizzard is up for London Spitfire. They don't want to use it here, but they have
sleep,
to.
the wall comes in, the Blizzard will be used. Ting dead on arrival now. Envy going to be frozen.
It's
pushed
huge.
away from the cart, and they do manage to make it to A, but there's still a long ways to go. 4 ultimates on the side of the London Spitfire.
Huge that they were able to force the Blizzard there, though. The Shanghai Dragons, that's one of the scariest things they're going to deal with going into B.
They have to be so careful here. Envy's got the Gravik Flux.
Yes.
He can pull them off the cart.
And that will cause it to end.
Yeah.
So they actually have to be careful. The Fortify timing here for Jester has to be perfect. If he messes this up, could all end right now with one ultimate. Not to mention Ding's going to have Blossom, and they have the Meteor Strike set up here for that big combo we saw in Busan. It's ready. Here we go.
Yeah, it comes into the back. Gravitic Flux is there. OT starting to plummet. They managed to tag back in, however. They stop themselves from being forced into a C9 situation. Bionate hits 2, but Koma gone. Youngjin dead. Quartermain going to be eliminated, but Birdring manages to find Ding, and he's still going to be alive. Getting that mild shielding out from the passive, but it's not enough. Gamsu manages to find the kill. Freeze, however, there on the Izayaki. They finish off the Ana. The cart continuing to get closer and closer as Gamsu gets taken down here on the back end. There's no tanks. There's just the one healer, and Youngjin, he's all out by himself. Meteor Strike going to be used. Koma does manage to talk. Death Blossom is in, but they have the D-Matrix with Fury. Denies the damage, and Youngjin taken out. 0.59 meters left to go as Ding will be finished off. They get the kill on Nakoma. They tag back in for a moment as Izayaki desperately swaps onto the Moira. Fades over onto the side. Gamsu coming back through. They try to keep him alive, but it's just not going to be good enough. Gamsu finished off by the Seismic Slam. Spitfire, it was
Very close, but they push through on
Shanghai.
Gibraltar. They move up 3-1. Match point now.